Hey everybody, this is Rick, and this is real life. So we went to see Superman, and we're back. So, what did I think of Superman? Well, I'm going to do something up front here. I'm going to tell you what I rate it out of 10. Okay, I give it a 5. Right, I give it a 5. Now, I don't really hand out 10s because 10 is perfection. I don't really do that. So, although 5 may seem like it's a bad rating, it's really not. It was okay. I'll give it a 5. So, let me first talk about why we go to the movies, right? Why do people go to the movies? Well, they sort of go to the movies to forget their problems, right, for a little while. You get 2 hours, or maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you get to forget the problems. You get to forget the things that are bugging you, the emotional stuff, all the problems in your life. You get to sit there, and for 2 hours or an hour and a half, you get to sort of zone out and get into the movie, right? You get into the movie. So, talking about that, did I get into the movie and did I forget about everything else going on? Well, sort of, but not totally. Not totally. I was sort of not that into it that I kind of forgot my surroundings and was really just, living that story on the big screen. So I guess that would be my first criticism, that I really wasn't that immersed in this movie. Okay. So let's move on to the movie itself. Superman, everybody knows Superman. I mean, there's nobody who hasn't heard of Superman. So I go back to the early days of Christopher Reeve as Superman. I think he was the original Superman. And of course, he had a tragedy. He fell off a horse and was paralyzed, and most people know about that. But I think he was a better Superman than this Superman. If that's possible. If you can compare one Superman to another. Also, the original Superman, if I remember correctly, had a little more drama in it, a little more human drama. There was a little more, there was a little bit of, you could shed a tear over some of the scenes because they were very emotional scenes. In this version of Superman, there was none of that for me. I mean, there was no human drama. There was no heavy emotion. There was just basically Superman fighting evil. It was kind of the typical story. Superman fights evil. Superman gets the girl. Superman triumphs over evil. And, your basic superhero story. Okay, so moving on to the sound effects and all the special effects. That was great stuff. I mean, that's also what you go to the movie for. You want to see these special effects. You want to see the state of the art in making a movie, and that was all there. That was all there. Special effects are great. If you like that, you'll love that. The music, which I look forward to in a movie. I like great music, from classical to rock, whatever. I like great music in a movie, and it just wasn't there. Just wasn't there for me. I didn't go out humming the theme song or any of the music in there, and I can't remember what it sounded like. So, yeah, the music in the movie sort of let me down. Yeah, I was expecting more. As far as the length of the movie, it's 2 hours. And I think 2 hours is too long. I mean, maybe if you're really into it, 2 hours is okay, but I think an hour and a half is about the length of time they can hold my attention, and I'm not fidgeting around. I get a little fidgety. Yeah, so as far as the food and the popcorn and the pop and all that, we didn't get any of that. We sort of brought our own stuff in, You guys bring your own stuff into the movie? Yeah, you probably do. But So we did that, and we didn't really check out the concession stand, but I'll tell you, I looked in some of those vending machines, $5.75 for some pop, can of pop. And then they have an ice cream machine, $7.50 for, it's like a container of these ice cream pieces. That's the new thing, I guess. $7.50 for some ice cream from a vending machine. That's a little stiff for my taste. All right, so anyway, so like I said, I give it a 5, which is okay. It's okay. Would I tell you to see it? If you like special effects and you like the standard kind of hero versus villain stuff, and you like a handsome guy to be Superman and a pretty girl to be Lois Lane, I think you might like it. But as for me, I'm not going to see it again. I think I'll rewatch the original version of Superman, see how that is. So, yeah, so that's my overall feeling. A little disappointed, but, it was interesting. I haven't been to movies for years. And, let me talk about one other thing. This assigned seats in the movies, that was new to me. You have to pick seats in the movie when you pay for it. And I don't really know what the purpose of that is. Because when we got in there were plenty of seats. If we wanted to move around, we could just move to another seat. So I don't know what the purpose of assigned seating is in the movie theater. Used the bathroom once. It wasn't bad. It was fairly clean, so that was good. And that's it. So that's real life, I don't know if you'd want to see Superman based on my review. I give it a 5 out of 10. But, you're on your own with this one. This is Rick, and this is real life. Sometimes you go to a movie and you get underwhelmed. Till next time.